Dear students, we are in the last part of the chapter French Revolution. The topic covered are Women Revolution, Abolition of Slavery, the Revolution in Everyday Life, Rise of Napoleon Bonaparte, and Legacy of French Revolution. From the very beginning, the women were active participants in the revolution because they thought that if their involvement would pressurize the revolutionary government to introduce measures and to improve their lives, because most of the women had to work for the living as a domestic servants in the house of the prosperous people, and they had no access to education or job training, and they were also not given the right to vote. Discuss and voice their interest, women started their own political clubs and newspapers. And the example of one of them is the Society of Revolutionary and Republican Women. Women were also disappointed because the Constitution of 1791 have reduced them to passive citizens. Passive citizen means they were not given the right to vote, nor they were elected in the assembly, or they could hold any political office. And during the reign of terror, that is the reign of fear, the new government issued laws ordering closure of women clubs, banning their political activities, and many prominent women were arrested and many of them got executed. It was finally in 1946 that women in France got the right to vote. And in this picture, now students, it was finally in 1946 that women in France got the right to vote. And in this picture, you can see how women were fighting for their bread and for their rights. Now students, we will take up the topic abolition of slavery. Abolition means how to remove slavery from these parts of France. The unwillingness of Europeans to go and work in the colonies in the Caribbean. Caribbean is a very far area near North America, near West Indies, where these areas were the good suppliers of commodities like indigo, sugar, coffee, and there was always a shortage of labor on these plantations. Thus, the slave trade had to be started in the 17th century. For this, what the French merchant used to do? French merchants sailed from their ports to the African coast where they bought the slaves from. These slaves were branded and they were shackled. Shackled means they were into chains. And these slaves were packed into ships for a long voyage across the Atlantic to the Caribbean. There they were sold to the plantation owners. The National Assembly held long debates on whether the rights of men should be extended to French subjects, including those in the colonies. But it did not pass any laws fearing opposition from the businessmen whose income depended on the slave trade. Jacobin regime, as we have already read, in 1794 abolished slavery in the French colonies. However, after 10 years, Napoleon reintroduced slavery and slavery was abolished totally in French colonies in 1848. So, from this data you get to know that it took a long time to remove slavery from the France. Now, revolution in everyday life. After the storming of Bastille in summer of 1789 was the abolition of censorship. Then, what was the Declaration of Rights of Men and Citizens proclaimed freedom of speech and expression to be a natural right. Natural right which you get from the birth, or it is like the fundamental right. Newspapers, pamphlets, books flooded the towns of France, from where they travelled rapidly into the countryside. Countryside means the parts nearby villages, and described and discussed the events and changes taking place in France. So with this, you get to know that how revolution was affecting the day-to-day life of the people in France. Now the topic. Plays, songs, festive processions attracted large number of people, which was one way they could grasp and identify with ideas such as liberty or justice. So these ideas were also propagated through the plays, songs and festive processions. Now the topic is Rise of Napoleon Bonaparte. After the end of Reign of Terror, Directory created political instability. In 1804, Napoleon Bonaparte was made the Emperor of France. He conquered many neighboring countries and placed members of his family in the nearby areas of Europe. He saw himself as the modernizer of Europe. He also introduced many laws such as protection of private properties and a uniform method of weights and measures. Initially, many welcomed him as a liberator who would bring freedom for the people, but soon Napoleon's armies came to be viewed everywhere as an invading force, and he was finally defeated in the Waterloo War in 1815. Here now the topic is Legacy of French Revolution. We will take up the word legacy. Legacy means what we are going to carry forward through the French Revolution. What have we learned from the whole chapter French Revolution? So first point is the ideas of liberty and democratic rights were the most important legacy of French Revolution, which we happen to see in our constitution also. In the preamble these words have been used. These spread from France to rest of Europe during the 19th century, where even the other countries wanted to change the feudal system which was existing in those areas. Later on, those ideas were also adopted by Indian revolutionaries like Tipu Sultan and Ram Mohan Roy and want to get away from the British rule. By this we come to the end of the chapter. I hope you have enjoyed watching the video and have learnt a lot from this. Thank you.